Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. Celebrating Memorial Day at American Family Field today. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Milwaukee Brewers. They've played just 9 times in this ballpark since it opened up, and great flavor before the game today. Bald Eagles, the servicemen and women out on the field getting autographed bats and caps from the Brewers players. It is a great day to be an American and a great day to play baseball in this great country. Matchup on the mound today, Chad Patrick gets it going for the Brewers. Last time the Brewers were on this field, it was Patrick that made the start. He's got a .270 ERA. At home this year, Garrett Crochet, 7th best earned run average in Major League Baseball in his first year with the Red Sox. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to the ballpark with Bill Schroeder and Sophia Minnaert down in the field. Jeff Levering with you. Thanks for being with us on this Memorial Day. And, Rock, it is a very special day to be playing this great game and paying homage to those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice.
It kind of puts what we do in perspective, right? It's all fun and games, and we're able to do this because of the freedoms that we enjoy because of our service men and women, especially those who lost their lives. And those are the folks that we're thinking about today. We should be thinking about them a little bit every day to do what they did for us. But today, Memorial Day, it's great that baseball honors them. It's a good day to be alive.
Well, and on the baseball side of things, the Brewers were able to come from behind yesterday against the Pittsburgh Pirates and earned that series split at PNC Park.
And it's a rare thing, right? The Brewers had not been able to win a game when trailing after 7 innings all year. First time they're able to do it, a 3-run 8th inning, and the bottom of the order was the guys that got it done. The bottom of the order, a lot of it with 2 strikes. Durbin and Ortiz, these guys are starting to come to life. I mean, on Saturday combined, they had 6 hits. They were key components in that victory in yesterday's game, and it's always good. You get a split in Pittsburgh, come back here at home for a very short homestand.
And didn't have an extra base hit in that ball game until the 3 doubles in that 8th inning rally. And the Brewers make another move today as we bring in Sophia Minnaert down in the field. The Brewers, that bullpen has been taxed this month of May. They get one of their guys back in DL Hall.
Yes, and this is a return that they've been waiting for over the weekend. They got another lefty back in Aaron Ashby in their bullpen. Today it's DL Hall, the corresponding move for them. Another rookie starter, Logan Henderson, who has been brilliant in his first 4 career starts. He pitched 5 innings, a 1-run ball yesterday against Pittsburgh, and just a 171 earned run average for him to start his career. He's been terrific. The Brewers needing a fresh arm in that bullpen. It's been a heavy workload for them. And Pat Murphy spoke about the importance of getting a high leverage reliever back in the bullpen along with Aaron Ashby. So DL Hall, he's really anxious to make his season debut here, hopefully today.
The quickest way to get back here is to do what I'm doing. So, you know, I think that was a big part in it. It was just like getting back to the big leagues. So now that I'm here, you know, whatever that turns into is what I'll do. I think I've just kind of shifted my focus to I just want to get outs. So, you know, wherever that may be. And like I said, just kind of take some load off of those guys and hopefully, you know, just be a fresh arm that they can use and, you know, get some rest for the rest of them.
Chad Patrick takes the mound here in Milwaukee. The Brewers open up a 3-game series against the Red Sox. We observe Memorial Day and honor all of those who have served our great country. Memorial Day baseball coming up next here in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. By Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. And by Habish, & Rotier. Personal injury attorneys. National reputation. Hometown service. Barely a cloud in the sky on this Memorial Day. Celebrating those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for all of our freedoms as we get ready for Game 1 of this series against the Boston Red Sox. Brewers and Sox meeting for the very rare time in American Family Field. They've played just 24 times since the Brewers moved over to the National League in just 9 games at American Family Field. With Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minnaert, Jeff Levering with you as Chad Patrick takes the mound. He's been really good here at home. The Red Sox in a similar boat as the Brewers in terms of their record, just a game under 500, 6.5 games back of first place in the American League East. Alex Cora, 7th year at the helm of the Red Sox. long homestand for them. They dealt with a lot of weather problems in their series against Baltimore, so their bullpen is in tough shape, much like the Brewers has been the entire month of May. Take a look at the starting lineup. It's brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, and it's Duran, Devers, and Narvaez at the top of the order. Campbell, Abreu, and Meyer 4 through 6 in the order. Trevor Story, Abraham Toro, and David Hamilton round out that starting 9 against Chad Patrick. You know what you're going to get with him. A lot of variation of the fastball, cutter, 2-seamer, and a 4-seamer.
Yeah, Cutter's been real good this year. He has been a nice surprise for the Brewers. A 323 earned run average, but only a 2-4 record. And last time out, a no decision against the Orioles right here at American Family Field. 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run in that no decision. Last win came back on May 6th. That was against the Astros. Let's check out the Landmark Credit Union defense behind Patrick here today. You figure the outfield is going to be busy with the fly balls. Collins, Churio, Cameron in the outfield. Durbin, Ortiz, Monasterio, and Hoskins from third to first. And there, Haas behind home plate. A lot of right-handed bats. As a matter of fact, all right-handed bats in the lineup today for Pat Murphy.
Here's our home plate umpire, James Jean. Adam Hammery is over at first base. Mr. Seha is at second, and the crew chief over third is DJ Rayburn. Jordan Love, Packers quarterback, throughout the first pitch today. He's sitting in the owner's seats right next to the Brewers dugout. Got a nice ovation. A busy time for the Packers. Well, he didn't bounce it, I'll tell you that much.
Well, he was throwing it over the linebackers, actually, right there. You know, he had a little bit of a touch feel pass right there.
Hit Jalen Reed across. There's Jordan Love sitting front and center on our broadcast with Sophia Minert in the fourth, as Patrick delivers strike one, and off we go on this Memorial Day. Jarren Duran hitting .355 in the last couple of weeks. 4-hit day yesterday, and he lashes one foul first base side. It's a quick 0-2.
Yeah, good guy to keep off the base. He's got 12 stolen bases. Big key to a pretty good offense for the Boston Red Sox.
They're down. Alex Bregman had a injury to his quad. Will be out for a while. He takes a big piece out of the middle of the lineup. 0-2 coming. And it's up and away.
Yeah, Red Sox are third in batting average in American League, second in runs, fourth in homers. You get the message, so the Brewers bats better be ready in this series.
Tried to bring that cutter over the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Duran. And a fly ball to center field as Jackson Churio over a couple of steps. 1 up and 1 down.
You're going to get a lot of fly balls from Chad Patrick. He likes to work that fastball up in the zone very effectively, I might add. But he'd like to be able to keep that cutter a little bit more down and in to lefties. There you see what he's able to do. A lot of cutters. Just about half of his pitches are those cutters. And a variation of the fastball, and every now and again a changeup.
Saw him mixing the slider a bit more last time out. This one popped up foul by Devers. Started the season terribly, did Rafael Devers. But since then, he's been one of the most consistent and most productive hitters in Major League Baseball, especially in this month of May, hitting .384. It's down and away with that changeup. For Devers, first 27 ball games, 194. Last 28 speaks for itself.
Yeah, like I said, the media guy doesn't lie. He's going to end up with his.
Just missed. Taking a lot of pitches. I'm sure there's a guy who knows the strike zone better than Rafael Devers. Does get his strikeouts, but a ton of long and deep at-bats.
Yeah, but the Red Sox are without a big bat. That's Alex Bregman. He's on the injured list, a thigh injury. Quad, if you will.
Devers had 2 balls and a strike. Yanks it foul first base side. Diving attempt by the ball boy came up empty. Nice try, though. A for effort.
You got to give him that, right? I mean, that's a tough play.
Tried to keep his footing, just wasn't happening for him.
Did his best.
Got to shoot your shot, right? If you don't try, then you'll never get a chance.
Right.
Carlos Narvaez waiting on deck for Boston. 3-2 coming. And it's fouled straight back. He was on that cutter.
The cutter started off the plate and ended up outer half. You see Devers hitting himself in the head saying, how'd I miss it?
Generally a pitch that he feasts on for breakfast. 3-2 coming. Foul back again. That one leaked over the middle of the plate.
But Devers can take some mighty hacks. The Red Sox, they hit a lot of homers, but they also strike out a lot. So you can get them. They have holes in there, but you got to find them.
8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's tapped foul again. Went back to the cutter. There's some middle misses here from Patrick, but he's getting away with them with Devers.
Devers looks like he's frustrated. Man, how am I missing these?
At-bat continues. Another payoff. Strike 3 called. Went sinker down to the bottom of the zone, and Patrick strikes out Devers.
Yeah, two-seamer, good pitch. Right at the knees, outer half. Not the cutter. I think Devers might have been looking for cutter again, but the two-seamer able to catch the plate. Clearly a strike, and he gets his strikeout. That's a big out.
Carlos Narvaez, everyday catcher now for the Red Sox. Got him in a minor league deal with the Yankees in the offseason, and he has impressed so much. He's in there every day and hitting in the number 3 spot. He's hitting over 400 in the month of May. And he pops it up into right center. Over Cameron. It'll be Chourio calling him off and making the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Chad Patrick. Jackson Chourio leads it off when we come back. No score. Brewers coming to the plate. Starting lineup from Pat Murphy today, brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. It's Chourio, Collins, Contreras, Hoskins, Cameron, Durbin, Haas, Ortiz, and Monasterio. No left-handed hitters in the lineup today against the left-hander Garrett Crochet. He's one of the game's best.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, doesn't get much better than him. Left-hander throws hard. White Sox #1 pick in 2020 went straight to the major leagues. He was actually a draft choice of the Brewers back in 17. 34th round. He went to the University of Tennessee instead. He's 6'6", 220 pounds.
Swing and a drive. Deep left center. And here. Welcome to Memorial Day. Ambush City from Jackson Chourio for number 8.
First pitch of the day for Crochet and ends up out of the ballpark. 6th home run allowed by Crochet. He doesn't give up many. And Jackson Chourio gave that one a ride. You knew that was gone as soon as he hit it.
First career leadoff homer for Jackson Chourio. There's number 8 on our Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run counter. He knew it as soon as he made contact.
Well, everybody did. 96 miles an hour right down the middle. And it had that sound, didn't it?
That was loud. 0-2, a swing and a miss, and I think that woke up Garrett Crochet as he strikes out Collins.
Yeah, 78 punch outs. That's 79 now in 68 and a 2/3 innings. This guy's got the 5th best ERA in the American League at 198. And there's that breaking pitch. He throws hard, doesn't walk many. 22 walks, 79 strikeouts for Crochet.
Big swing and a miss. The Brewers are up there hacking on that first pitch against Crochet.
Hey, both of these teams aren't afraid to go first pitch. They like it.
0-2 count on Contreras, who's doing the DHing today. Caught every game of the Pirates series. Oh, 2, and that's fouled away. Crochet back to work. And that one drops low with that sweeper.
Yeah, Crochet's given up all of now 6 runs in the month of May. He's not giving up much.
Another take on that sweeper. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Has not allowed any more than 2 runs in the entire month of May in any of his starts. Swing and a miss. That's the cutter. Back-to-back strikeouts for Crochet. Take a look at our advanced stat. It's brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Red Sox left-handed starters, lowest earned run average through the month of May. This goes back to 1920. Bruce Hurst ahead of Garrett Crochet just barely. Lefty Grove, Herb Pennock, and Mel Parnell. The only guys there ahead of Garrett Crochet. And if he has a good day today, he's already given up 1.
I faced Bruce Hurst back in the day. I have not faced the other guys.
I would think I knew you
were going to ask.
No, I would not ask. I knew you'd face Hurst as Hoskins leans on one and hits it foul.
Yeah, Hurst had a big overhand curveball. Pretty straight fastball, but very effective. Left-handers typically don't really like pitching in Boston a whole lot. Matter of fact, Crochet 4-0 on the road, a 157 ERA. All of his losses have come at home.
Been pretty good there, but just no wins. A 238 earned run average at Fenway Park. Last time out, got a no decision against the Mets. 5 1/3 innings, allowed just the 1 run, struck out 5. And it's away on Hoskins. Only 13 wins in his big league career. That covers 115 games, 43 of those starts. That is hard to believe.
Yeah. As good as he is.
Rhys Hoskins trying to extend this inning even more. Pops it up. That'll reach the seats. Crochet thought that ball was in place somewhere. Started walking off towards his own dugout.
Yeah, I'm done. It doesn't count if a fan catches it.
If this was a Savannah Bananas game, it would. But the Brewers are not playing the Bananas.
That fastball 97. Topped out at 98 his last start.
There's a bullet up the middle. A base hit for Hoskins. Took 97. Hit it right back where it came from.
That's what you have to do. I mean, guys like this, you have to get them early. You might not ever get them before they settle in. Crochet did face the Brewers once last year as a member of the White Sox. There's a fastball down the middle and a nice swing by Rhys, who continues to swing a good bat.
Yeah, that start against the Brewers came in this ballpark, and he went 6 innings of 1-run ball. Daz Cameron hits it up the silo. Right side of the infield, and Hamilton makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Jackson Churio starts the game with a bang. First pitch thrown by Garrett Crochet. See you later. 1-0 Brewers after 1.
Jackson Churio leads off the game with a home run, and we're back with a 1-0 lead here against the Red Sox. And the Brewers, in case you missed it, made a roster move before today's game for their bullpen, getting a fresh arm, adding the lefty DL Hall, who's up for his season debut. Dealing with a left lat strain going back to spring training. We saw DL in 13 games last year in both the starting and relief role. The corresponding move there is that the rookie Logan Henderson, who we saw pitch an excellent game yesterday, 5 innings of 1-run ball against Pittsburgh, he's going down to AAA, and Pat Murphy outline a couple of the layers to that decision. Just first of all, the need in the bullpen, right, for a fresh arm, that leverage reliever, he said, that long reliever that they need right now to help preserve some of those other arms in the bullpen. And then for also Logan Henderson, just managing the workload, preserving him for later in the season. They're certainly very confident in what he has done so far. They know that they'll be counting on him down the line here and wanting to keep him on a starter schedule as well. And also considering Logan Henderson's injury history of having had a couple of injuries in his past coming up through the minor leagues, and last year it was just 81 1/3 innings for him. So managing a lot of things here, guys, but certainly we'll see Logan Henderson down the line here.
Thanks so much, Sophia. There's a line drive and a shallow right, a base hit. First hit of the game for Boston belongs to Wilyer Abreu. 1-out single. Marcelo Meyer made his big league debut a couple of days ago, is coming up for Boston. Logan Henderson did nothing to earn a demotion out of the minor leagues. Just that the way that the bullpen has been worked in this month of May in particular, need fresh arms.
Yeah, need arms. You're right. I mean, in DL Hall, I mean, you just hope that DL is going to be able to stay healthy. And for 2 years now, the Brewers have had him, and he really has not been able to get on the mound a whole lot. So be anxious to see how he is able to manage his year.
There's Meyer into right field for a base hit. Meyer stops at first. The throw goes into second base. Red Sox have runners on the corners. His third big league hit, had 2 yesterday for the first 2 knocks of his career.
Yeah, the Red Sox can bang. I mean, you need to outscore these guys most of the time, although Alex Bregman out is going to minimize that a bit. That was a cutter that stayed a little bit at too much of the plate, and Meyer able to bang it into right.
So Meyer with a long single. Trevor Story is the hitter. And Trevor Story has not been the same guy since he left Colorado. Hasn't been able to stay on the field very much. First one to Story is high for ball 1.
He's in the middle of a long-term deal. He's only been able to play about 160 games since he's been in Boston.
Most games he's played was in his first year in Boston. 94 games, that was it. Toss to first, and back is Meyer. He's about halfway there now. 51 games, 200 at-bats, hitting just 220, and really fighting it offensively. The Brewers are hoping he doesn't find it in the next 3 days. He was a pest as a Rocky against the Brewers. This one popped up. That will help. Ortiz makes the catch, finding the sun. Runners around the corners still, but with 2 outs.
Had a pitch to hit, just popped it up. I mean, Trevor Story, big home run hitter with the Rockies. His slugging percentage is just a little over 300. Hasn't had a whole lot of slugging in his game. That sun is tough right now. Joey Ortiz battling the sun, able to make the catch.
Could see that sun reflecting off those shades. Good to see the roof open on this Memorial Day. There's been a couple of days where the roof has been open at American Family Field this year.
Second time, I think.
Abraham Toro hits it foul just to our left. Great to see the blue skies in Milwaukee.
Everything opened up. Had the helicopter fly over before the game. One
to Toro, swing and a miss. And the pregame ceremony that the Brewers have on Memorial Day every year, handing the autographed bats to the servicemen and women from all of the different service groups, plus the flyover. Just it makes for a great day at the ballpark. Plus dollar hot dogs.
It could be a tough day for a lot of friends and families, though, of our fallen heroes, and got to keep that in mind as well.
1-2 on Toro, and he did not chase the high fastball. 1-2. Toro was a Brewer just very briefly, but he was the guy the Brewers traded to the Athletics to get Chad Patrick. Patrick's 1-2. Missed outside, trying to have that cutter come back again. That's the pitch that he's really been fighting his last few starts, that comeback cutter over the outside corner to left-handed hitters.
And it's a tougher angle than going, glove side with that cutter. He's been missing with it, but you want to miss off the plate, not over the plate.
Toro fouls it back again.
Talking about this Red Sox offense, I mean, second in runs, fourth in home runs. They lead the American League in stolen bases as well. So they can score runs in a lot of different ways.
The pitching is what has let them down, not necessarily Crochet, but the other guys. One game under 500 entering play today. 2-2. Ground ball right side. Monasterio's got it. Patrick pitches around a couple of base hits and strands a pair of Red Sox. Bottom of the second coming, talking about the flyover. There it was. Great scene before the game today on this Memorial Day. Great crowd at the ballpark on this Memorial Day. Perfect weather for it. Brewers up 1-0 against Garrett Crochet. First pitch to Caleb Durbin is a strike. He played a big part in yesterday's game. 2-out, 2-run double in the 8th inning. Tied the game. Pops one into shallow right. On comes Abreu to make the catch. A Gold Glover. 1 up and 1 down.
Yeah, last couple of days, bottom of the order has been good. And Durbin and Ortiz combined on Saturday for 6 hits. Came up big in that 8th inning in yesterday's game.
Here's Eric Haas. Haas makes his first appearance since the last homestand. Did not play in that 4-game series against the Pirates. There's Ortiz waiting on deck. He's starting to get some offensive production from the left side of that infield. It has been a tough couple of months for those two positions.
And this is tough duty for Haas, isn't it?
Ground ball to third. Meyer picks it clean and throws him out.
You don't play for a week and you have to face one of the best left-handers in the big leagues. The role of the backup catcher.
We've talked about it a lot. It is a thankless job. Go out there, try and stay fresh, and typically you're facing the other team's best pitcher more often than not. That is certainly the case today as Ortiz takes strike 1 at the knees.
Brewers have all their left-handed hitters on the bench today. So late in the game, Pat Murphy has some options.
Ball and a strike on Joey Ortiz. You mentioned, Rock, he had a good series in Pittsburgh. It was 4 for 9, including a 3 for 3 day on Saturday.
Got a homer.
Not a cheapie. Whistled it down the left field line. He's got 2 on the season, had 10 a year ago. It's outside. They were trying to go in with that fastball, and that leaked away. Crochet behind 3-1. There's a strike. 3-2. See Andrew Monasterio, who's making the start at second base today. No Bryce Terang. Swing and a miss through the cutter, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Garrett Crochet. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Your win is waiting. And by Old National Bank. Get old. Those look tasty today. Frozen drinks, get them while they're cold. Hamilton fouls it away, and it's 0-1.
You get a, like we get maximum 3 hot dogs per order per person, right, today?
I think
for
so.
$1
per.
So the money you're saving on hot dogs, you can go to the hip for a couple of those today.
Yeah, you could, for sure. No alligator arms today, folks. Those look tasty. If one of those walks by us here on the loge level, I may be able to reach down and grab one.
Take one.
I would pay for it.
Throw you $20 down.
Yep. I might need to throw an extra 10 down there to cover the cost, but I'll grab one. We can share it up here.
I wonder how Sophia's doing with the $1 hot dog day as she walks around the ballpark.
It's busy. Hamilton takes outside. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count.
How do you take your hot dog? You a mustard and relish guy?
I'm a ketchup guy.
Ketchup?
Yeah. What about you? Mustard?
Oh yeah, mustard,
onions?
relish. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Depends on the day. This was a highly debated topic on the road trip as Hamilton stays alive. Tim Dillard was...
Throw some jalapenos.
Oh, yeah, for sure, if you're feeling saucy. Tim Dillard was talking about it. He's a plain hot dog guy.
Yeah.
Get it and go. 2-2. Check swing. Yes, he did. Strikeout for Chad Patrick.
Well, I guess when he's walking around the ballpark, you know, he's going to be on television. I mean, you don't want to have, you know, ketchup and mustard dripping on you.
Yeah, and plus he has the beard factor too.
Yeah.
I mean, the food that he could feed those birds in that beard. Amazing. Back to the top of the order for the Red Sox. Yeah, he's definitely on the move.
I would imagine he's got some hijinks planned today.
Yeah, to say the least. This one hammered, fouled on the first base side. And what day does Tim not have hijinks planned? High jinks, low jinks, medium jinks, Jinxie Cat. There's Tim.
Still has the tie on.
Got to keep it ready for the 8th inning hit. On Duran, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better day today.
No, this is Chamber of Commerce.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Nice pitch. Yeah, it's finally starting to turn, I think. I mean, as soon as I say that, something's going to happen, but it feels like spring has finally sprung. Taken inside by Duran. Talk about a complete player. Jarren Duran, outstanding defensively. 20 homers, 40 doubles, plus 30 steals last year. It's this one foul. And 10 or more triples. Was the first player in big league history to accomplish that feat. 40 or more doubles, 10 plus triples, 20 or more homers, 30 plus steals. And he takes slightly high, so he's aboard. And you get all that speed that you got to deal with. Devers coming up. First, a quick message from Potawatomi Casino Hotel.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that. Everybody, watch out. Head out of the game, I don't play that fact. Everybody, watch out.
Rafael Devers struck out looking. 9-pitch at bat with Patrick. And the first one's away.
They don't want to be walking, Duran. I mean, he can steal bases, go first and third. Now you got the tough part of this batting order coming up.
Yanked foul first base side. He's on that cutter in.
He took a 2-seamer for strike 3.
Lost to first, and Duran back. 12 steals, been caught 5 times. All the way out to the cutout for that lead. Getting close, but that backdoor cutter leaking outside.
Yeah, he's having a difficult time with it, as you said, but I mean, if you're going to miss with it, miss off the plate, not down the middle.
Gotta imagine that's a tough pitch to execute, working from the extreme first base side of the rubber too.
Right, yeah.
Runner goes 2-1 is a strike. Throw to second base is late. Duran steals the bag.
And I think a perfect throw. It might be close. But Duran with number 13 on the season. Big lead, good jump. Throw a little bit high. I think if it's on the bag, it's going to be close, but that's asking a lot. Stepped on his ankle.
He's in scoring position now for Devers, who's inching towards that 50 RBI mark. Number 1 in the American League, 1 ahead of Aaron Judge. Check swing. Did he go? Did not. DJ Rayburn down at third. Not a bad idea to elevate that fastball.
Well, that's what he does just about every time. He likes to throw it up there. Just barely able to hold up. Didn't want to look down to third base.
Three-two. Check swing, foul. Another long sequence. Rafael Devers, he has feasted on these situations, driving in runs since 2019. Only Alonso and Matt Olson have more. 7th pitch of this sequence, Patrick and Devers. Check the swing, didn't go that time, and Devers works the walk. So back-to-back free passes, and now the middle of this Red Sox order.
I will say this about Patrick and that at bat against Devers, and this is what you have to really concentrate on. He did not get a whole lot of the plate with any of his pitches. He's working the edges. Maybe trying to get a ground ball here, double play to get out of the inning. Of course, he doesn't get many grounders.
The Red Sox as a team have only grounded into 25. Narvaez tied for second on the team. He's bounced into 3 of them. Try and make a pitch and get Narvaez.
A lot of homers, a lot of strikeouts for this Boston offense.
Coming up on pitch number 52 for Patrick. Good speed out there at second and Duran. And a first pitch misses wide, ball 1. Seven-game hitting streak for Narvaez. Fly to center his first time up. Swing and a miss. Good cutter.
Really is working those edges today.
Patrick's pretty good at that. That's what leads to a lot of high pitch counts for him and shorter starts. Last time out was around the 90 pitch mark and only 4 2/3 innings. Taken out against Baltimore. Foul back. Another good cutter.
He likes to work the corners and up in the strike zone.
Arsenal thus far just the 3 changeups as his off-speed pitch. Struck him out with a high fastball. Needed a K and got one.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, the strikeout. Red Sox have been victimized by the strikeout all year. And Patrick able to get a big one right at the top of the strike zone. Looked like a strike. Right underneath it, threw it right by him.
Inching their way towards to 500 strikeouts as a team. This will be Chad Patrick's 25th pitch of the inning. Christian Campbell. And it's outside, ball one. Campbell, a rookie. Ground ball right side, long run. Monasterio cuts it off, throws to first in time, and the inning ends. Couple of walks, that's it. Red Sox strand a pair.
Brewers and Red Sox here at American Family Field on Memorial Day. It's a short homestand, just 3 games against the Red Sox. Joined now by Brewers President of Business Operations, Rick Schlesinger. And Rick, it is Dollar Hot Dog Day. We've got a full ballpark, a lot to like, an early lead, and Jackson Chourio homered, which is great because coming up on the next homestand, it's a Jackson Chourio replica jersey giveaway.
Yeah, on June 7th, the first 25,000 fans. 2 more games against the Red Sox, go on the road, but then a 10-game homestand, Jackson Chourio jersey, and then a cooler bag the next weekend. So back-to-back weekends, good teams, June baseball.
June 6th through 15th, guys, mark your calendars. It is the longest homestand for the Brewers. They're going to be welcoming in the Padres, followed by the Braves, and then a big series against the St. Louis Cardinals. And Rick, I know you want fans to come take advantage of all the great offers that you've got for tickets and also just the great giveaways and theme nights planned.
Yeah, we've got First Friday, so this next Friday is a half off for everybody from Wisconsin. Good deals throughout the season, good deals for this homestand. Let's get some wins.
All right, let's get some wins, guys. And Rick has already 1 hot dog down, so I think we've got to catch up.
Just 1 hot dog. We saw
just 1.
We saw Jordan Love. He's got a tray of like 15 down there.
You think they make Rick pay for hot dogs here?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
No, shouldn't. There's Jordan Love.
I don't think he's paying either.
Hot dogs and fries.
I bet he's paying.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
If he's not, he's providing a good tip. Chourio takes inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The reason it's 1-0 is home run. And starting at the bottom of the first inning. There's so much great stuff going on in that long homestand. 10 games worth. Longest homestand of the year. Swing and a miss, and Crochet comes up with another K.
Yeah, that cutter, that's nasty. You can see why this guy is one of the best in the game. And he's a smart guy. You know, he went to the University of Tennessee. Nuclear engineering was his major.
Wow.
Yeah. You know anything about either one of those 2 words?
Does it?
Nuclear and engineering?
I know a little bit about engineering because I like Legos, but not the other part.
Yeah, that was his major. Okay.
So I'd say he knows his way around a lineup pretty easily. He pitches that way. Got to be pretty smart to do something like that.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Collins flared towards the middle and a base hit. Got it past Story. 2-out single for Collins, just the 3rd hit of the game for the Brewers.
And he got that 4-seam fastball, able to muscle it into the outfield. Check it out, fastball in on him. Got it down on the trademark a little bit, but able to muscle it into center field, just out of the reach of Story. And brings up Contreras with 2 outs.
Struck out in the first inning. Outside with a fastball. Down a couple of ticks on the velocity from inning number 1. But not by much. That is wide. 2-0. Two-out single by Collins. He's 5 for his last 9 quietly. Now 3-0 with Hoskins on deck.
Oh, he'll be swinging. You know that. And pick a fastball, give it a good swing.
And he looked at ball 4. First walk issued by Crochet. Rhys Hoskins is coming up. Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run leaderboard this season. Hoskins one behind Jackson Churio, just hit his 8th. 7 home runs for Hoskins, and a lot of those coming in this ballpark. Two on with 2 out for Rhys, who singled to center field. Swing and a miss.
He has been all over fastballs as of late. Really feeling strong. The legs have been underneath him all year. Most consistent hitter the Brewers have had this year.
Collins getting a little jumpy out there at second base on the last 2 pitches. Hoskins down in the count, 0-2. And time used by Rhys. Not a very high pitch count for Crochet. He's been all over the strike zone. Just the 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Fly ball down the left field line. Got some hook on it, and it's foul.
Yeah, the sweeper.
I think he made the catch.
Good man. He's going to give it away, or is he?
Who's going to make me the best offer? 0-2. Wave and a miss. Threw him a changeup. Doesn't throw that pitch very often, but he picks up his 5th strikeout, and the inning ends. That's your winner, folks. Red Sox fans coming away with a souvenir. 1-0 Brewers. Solo homer by Jackson Churio. Every Brewers RBI this season. Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Milwaukee Brewers, proud partner in curing childhood cancer. First pitch swinging, and Abreu comes up empty on the cutter. One of the 2 hits allowed by Chad Patrick. Abreu just 4 hits in his last 26 at-bats coming into this game. Lifted to left, coming on Collins. He's there and makes the catch with a slide.
Yeah, good play out there by Isaac Collins coming in. He got a good jump on it. And went down and got it about waist high. Always good to get that leadoff hitter. Patrick's been able to do that in each of the first 4 innings.
Inside the plate, brought to you by Freighter Medical College of Wisconsin. Made the catch, secured it with that foot first slide. Collins had a very adventurous day in left yesterday in Pittsburgh. That's a tough left field to play, though. There's a lot of nooks and crannies you got to carry.
Yeah, it's a big outfield, except for right. You got that notch in Pittsburgh in left center. That's a lot of room to cover.
And the one play that a lot of people look at is the Adam Frazier double down the left field line. Collins made a spectacular effort, just missed on the diving play. That is foul behind the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strike count on Meyer.
Yeah, very interesting outfield in Pittsburgh. Short porch and right. You got that cavernous center field. And a short porch down the line and left.
Up high on Meyer. And Collins, after that play in the bottom of the 7th inning, came up with a big double with 1 out, sparked that 3-run rally. 2-2 to Meyer. 3-2.
The Brewers have done an admirable job in the outfield with the absence of Garrett Mitchell, Blake Perkins. They've had Collins out in left field instead of Churio. Jackson's been doing a decent job in center, getting better. He has had some hiccups out there, but for the most part, he's been making some pretty good plays.
That's the back of Garrett Mitchell. There's the side of him, the profile. 3-2, fly ball to left by Meyer. Collins for out number 2. Mitchell is yet to start swinging a bat. Got that report yesterday. Dealing with that oblique issue. He's been running, playing some light catch, but not swinging a bat. That's the last hurdle.
Anxious to see what he could do if he was able to stay healthy for a year. Incredible tools.
And Trevor Story at the plate against Patrick, looking for a quick inning, and Story lashes one foul right side. Popped up to short his first at bat. Had all those shoulder problems in his final year of his time in Colorado. He carried that into his time at Boston, and when he was signed, Xander Bogaerts was still there, so they put Trevor Story at second base. Xander Bogaerts ends up signing the monster deal with San Diego. Story goes back over to short, but hasn't been able to play there very much.
And that's the thing about today's game, right? I mean, trying to keep these guys on the field. DL Hall, speaking of trying to keep a guy healthy, good to see him back on the active roster.
He's getting loose in that Brewers bullpen. The Story's only 32 years old. Still pretty young baseball wise. 1-2 coming. Missed outside. 2-2.
Seems like playing in Colorado can age you quickly. You know, I mean, the way the atmosphere is there and how long the games can be in Colorado.
2-2 is up and in. A lot of it, I think, is just the recovery, going back and forth from sea level to a mile high in the air.
Yeah.
Right, how your body just takes a toll.
It does. Takes a beating. Tough to get accustomed to playing in Denver when you're a visitor.
3-2. Called strike 3. A cutter on the front door, and Story strikes out looking. Fourth strikeout for Chad Patrick. Jordan Love join the broadcast when we come back.
Memorial Day here at American Family Field. Brewers and Red Sox, and we've got a special guest here sitting in owner Mark Atanasio seats. It is Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love. Jordan, welcome. You've been to a game here before, but you said it's been a couple of years. You've got the best seat in the house. You threw out the ceremonial first pitch. You just watched the video back, so break down the tape for me of the first pitch. Oh.
We're good.
You want to call it home?
I thought it was going to be one, but no, it's awesome. It's an awesome day to be out here. Great weather. We're enjoying it. Like you said, we're sitting in some pretty great seats, and got a chance to throw out the first pitch. My first time throwing the first pitch, and I just saw the video back. It wasn't a great throw. It got it there. It was down the middle. It was kind of a lob, so I need to work on that.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously passing is not difficult for you. Did you have to get the arm loose? I know you went into the cage. Did the guys give you any tips on throwing the first pitch?
Yeah, they gave me some tips on how to hold the ball. Christian told me I was holding it wrong, so he got me coached up. But I didn't get to warm up at all, so that's why I was trying to loosen up the arm a little bit up there. Baseball is a little bit different than throwing a football, so I'm trying to get used to it.
Well, it's been a busy weekend for you here. You hosted the Green Bay charity softball game, and a lot of your teammates were involved in it. So just tell us a little bit about that charity softball game and also the skills that your teammates brought to the game.
Yeah, no, so like you said, hosted the 25th anniversary of the Green Bay charity softball game down in Appleton this weekend at the Timber Rattler Stadium, and it was awesome. Fans showed out. It was a great turnout by them. The players came ready to play. It was a great game. It was started off slow, but we picked it up, got a little interesting, but we got a couple guys that were decent, a couple guys that need some work, so we'll be getting out to the batting cages here in a little bit, get ready for next year.
All right, who had the best skills that transferred to the softball field?
I will say we did a home run derby to start it all off. The quarterbacks were we stole the show with the home run derby. Taylor Elgersma, he actually won it. Malik Willis got second. I got third. So I think the quarterback room, we showed out and did our big one for this game. But, yeah, I think quarterback's the best athletes on the team.
How many homers for you, be honest? How's your swing?
I hit 3 home runs.
Okay.
We got 5 out, so I was out of 8 pitches, I hit 3 home runs. So, you know, it wasn't this big of a field we were hitting on. They moved the fence in a little bit, but I can play baseball a little bit.
Well, 2 outs here. So just looking ahead, it's going to be a busy summer for you guys. I know you're getting ready for the season, and you said you were not in Green Bay for the draft, but how did you think that Green Bay showed for the draft, and also just getting some new wide receivers, right? Especially the first-round pick with Matthew Golden.
No, it was awesome. I think anytime Green Bay can host an event like the NFL draft, I think it was a great event for the community, and it looked like a very successful event. So I'm happy it was here. I missed it. I wasn't able to be in town for it, but it looked great. Like you said, we picked up some good weapons with Matthew Golden, another receiver, Savion, in the 3rd round. So we definitely got some weapons. I love all the guys we added. They've been in the building for like 2 weeks now with us working. So they're all excited to get to work, and we've been killing it so far in OTA. So we're excited to get training camp rolling and get the season started here in a couple months.
Yeah, I know fans were very excited about that first-round pick, adding another wide receiver there for you. And Jordan, I understand you got to spend some time with Pat Murphy and the coaching staff and the players before the pitch in the clubhouse. Just real quickly, what'd you think of your time here?
It was awesome. Being down in the clubhouse, talking to all the guys, just seeing, you know, how they get ready for a game. It's definitely a lot different than the football environment, but these guys are playing games every day. So it's definitely, you know, a whole different world coming out here and seeing the behind-the-scenes action. So I'm very grateful that they were able to welcome me in there and just talk and hang out for a little bit. They all seem like really good guys. So, you know, we're winning right now. Hope we, you know, keep it going, get some more home runs going, but excited to be here. All
right. Well, Jordan, thank you so much for the time, and good luck as you get ready for the season. I know everyone will be watching. Thanks so much for spending today with us.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. That's Jordan Love.
Top half of inning number 5 as Chad Patrick opens up with strike 1 against Abraham Toro. And Toro fouls it away. It's 0-2. Hey, how great is it to see Jordan Love in the ballpark today and enjoying it? Great job by Sylph. I mean, she had all those draft picks and all that stuff all nailed down per usual.
Are you surprised she was prepared for that?
No.
No.
No, least surprising thing I've seen all day.
I'm surprised she didn't ask him how many hot dogs he's had. I wanted her to ask Jordan if he could anyway use his influence to get me on the top of the Packer season ticket list.
Ooh.
What is that list at?
It's long. It's a long list.
10,000, something like that.
Depends on how many tickets you're getting, I bet. Check swing. They'll appeal the swing. And he went around.
Yeah.
And it's strike 3.
It hit him. Yeah, but he wasn't able to hold up.
It took the third base umpire a long time to make a signal. James Jean was looking down there for a while and asking for the appeal, and he didn't get it. Toro definitely went around and hit him right in the quad.
Right above the knee. So you get the strikeout, and to add insult to injury, you get one right on the leg. That's got to hurt.
5th strikeout for Chad Patrick. David Hamilton and all that speed. Originally a Brewers draft selection. And he fouls it away for strike 1.
You been to a Packer game lately?
I went to one last year, as a matter of fact. Packers, Texans.
Yeah.
Walk-off field goal at the end. Fouled away. Yeah, day game. It was a great experience. My son and I actually. It was a great game.
Yeah.
There's DL Hall getting ready.
I went to the 49er game.
Yes, you did right after Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
There's strike 3 called. Cutter on the back door. He's starting to find the feel for that cutter. 6 Ks now for Patrick.
Yeah, had a tough time with it his last start. Was able to fight his way through. There's that backdoor cutter. Well, that's a big pitch for him. If he can find that, look out. Even without that pitch, he's been good.
Jarren Duran, a fly out to center and a walk. And he takes strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. Yeah, I'd like to go back to a Packer game. Any chance I get to go to Green Bay is a good opportunity.
Right.
Line down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. Cameron trying to cut it off. He can't. It hits off the wall. Duran's going to have at least a double. Puts on the brakes. The tying runs in scoring position for Rafael Devers. And that's going to be it for Chad Patrick. 79 pitches, 4 2/3 innings. And Pat Murphy's coming out.
Yeah, he's been good, but Pat Murphy tries to avoid that third time through the batting order. So another short start for a Brewers starting pitcher.
For Devers, he had seen 17 pitches against Chad Patrick. It'll be DL Hall making his season debut against Rafael Devers when we come back. DL Hall coming in, and what is a 1-0 lead for the Brewers. Chad Patrick, 4 2/3 scoreless innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 off of a career high. And our Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all called. Penn brings in DL Hall. Numbers in the minor leagues so far this year. Started the season on the 60-day injured list and finds himself in a tough situation against Rafael Devers.
Yeah, made 4 rehab outings. That was 3 of them were starts. Has had a difficult time getting out on the field in 2 years with the Brewers.
First one to Devers, a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Former first-rounder DL Hall. He came over to the Brewers from Baltimore in the Corbin Burns trade. Last year, just 13 games, 7 of those starts. And Rafael Devers and the home plate umpire James Jean exchanging some words. I think he liked that first pitch called strike. Oh, 1 to Devers. On the ground, first base. It'll be Hoskins fielding, Hall covering, and that ends the inning. 2 pitches. DL Hall gets done. Chad Patrick off the hook.
Well, on this Memorial Day, baseball pauses to remember those brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. Go to MLBtogether.com to learn more about how you can support military families grieving the loss of a loved one.
Joey Ortiz leads it off, bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 Brewers. They have handled this hot-hitting Red Sox lineup today. Just the 3 hits allowed by Chad Patrick, and DL Hall is going to have to give the Brewers some bulk out of the pen. There's a shot towards the middle, a base hit for Ortiz. See if he tries to stretch. Around first, headed for second. Here comes the throw, and it's late. Hustle double for Joey Ortiz.
Boy, how much you love that. I mean, every Little League team in the country should watch that. Base hit up the middle, just out of the reach of Trevor Story, but right out of the batter's box. Joey Ortiz thinking 2. Campbell had a ways to go to get that ball in the gap, and he's thinking 2 right as soon as he hits it. And because of that, he's in there safely. Any hesitation, and he's out.
Thinking 2 right out of the box as Monasterio hits. Corners are up. He squares and takes strike 1 with a cutter. Tough time to hit right now for an offensive player. You got the shadows from the rooftop, essentially right down the middle of the mound.
Not as tough as it looks on TV, but still is starting to be a challenge.
Squares the bunt again and fouls it away at home plate. So it's 0-2. Back-to-back breaking balls and bunting situations to Monasterio. See if they keep the bunt on. 2 strikes and a wheel, and they were testing to see whether or not he'd square.
Man, these are the opportunities you have to take advantage of when you're facing a guy like Crochet. Lead off double, get him over, get him in somehow. Can't waste these opportunities.
And he sprays it foul right side. Was trying to go that way.
Big hole between first and second. He likes to go there.
On the ground, it's a fair ball. Headed towards the corner. That'll get Ortiz home. Monasterio cruises into second base with an RBI double.
Well, even better. Well, that wasn't fair by much. Not reviewable because it's in front of the umpire. Fair call. Must have gone right over the bag. And able to drive in the run. He changed his places with Joey Ortiz. Breaking ball, able to keep it fair.
That's a good look right there. Right, it actually kicked back into fair territory. You see that, Rock? It was headed towards foul territory and hit something and kicked back over the bag. Allstate good hands play thanks to the dirt clod. 2-0 now, and it's Jackson Chourio homer to open up the game for the Brewers. And he sends this one foul.
Once again, approach. Bottom of the order, getting it done, right? Saw that yesterday.
Watch this bounce right here, Rock. It's a foul ball, right? It's going to go foul, and it kicks the other way.
As soon as it hits the line, it kicks into fair territory. There's a break.
Swing and a miss by Chourio. I feel like DJ Rayburn down at third was ready to call that ball foul, and then it hit whatever it hit and took a right turn.
And almost hit him.
Yeah. He pointed too.
Pretty fancy footwork. DJ getting out of the way of that.
That's a called third strike. Sweeper on the outside corner. And Chourio strikes out for his second time. 7th in the game for Crochet.
No fastballs to Jackson Chourio in that at bat. Why would you give him one, right? Hit the first fastball of the game out of the ballpark.
May not see another fastball for the next 2 days. Isaac Collins takes strike one. There's that backdoor cutter. And Crochet is in such a good spot pitch count wise. 66 pitches through 4 1/3 innings now. And strike two. He is just painting the corners.
Yeah, just a strike throwing machine, this guy, with all of his pitches. He has walked one.
Back-to-back doubles for the Brewers. Their runs coming on extra base hits today. Last couple of days before the 8th inning yesterday in Pittsburgh, it was like the Brewers were at a singles party. One extra base hit through a game in 3 corners.
Yeah, Joey's starting to heat up a little bit, isn't he?
Collins to center. It's going to be caught. Monasterio has to hustle back, and he does to beat the throw. Ball was whistled by Collins, but right to Campbell in center.
Yeah, tough break. Good job by Monasterio to identify that ball in the air and get back. He thought it was going to drop. Hung up there and just barely able to get back to second base.
So Contreras is coming up. We're going to see the pitching coach Andrew Bailey go out for a visit with Crochet. Again, pitch count in no jeopardy whatsoever for Garrett Crochet, what he's been able to accomplish over the course of the season. More scouting report conversation, and while they chat, a quick message from Gruber Law Offices.
Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. Good luck this season. One call, that's all.
Here's Contreras.
Yeah, situation back in the 3rd inning. Crochet fell behind Contreras, and I think he ended up pitching around him a little bit to get to a fresh count with Rhys Hoskins, who's on deck.
Swing and a miss. Charged up for that first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Two 2-0 lead for the Brewers in the bottom of the fifth. Big opportunity for Contreras. Was 3 for 17 on that road trip. Did hit the big home run off of David Bednar on Friday. Swing and a miss.
Had one to hit there. But it was right on the inside corner. Just couldn't get the bat head out.
Crochet wants a new baseball. Two's across the board with a runner at second. Good stop by Narvaez behind the plate. There's Rhys Hoskins hoping for an opportunity. A couple of runs on 5 hits against Garrett Crochet. Hasn't allowed any more than 2 runs in his start since April 24th.
He's only had 2 what you would call bad starts, 4 runs in 2 different starts, but nothing other than that.
Three-2. Swing and a miss. He threw the cutter and he strikes out Contreras. 8 Ks through 5 innings. But the Brewers, the bottom of the order, back-to-back doubles by Joey Ortiz and Andrew Monasterio. Brewers add 1. They're up 2-0 heading to the 6th. 2-0 Brewers as we go to the 6th. DL Hall back in there after he got Rafael Devers. He'll face Narvaez, Campbell, and Abreu. 3, 4, and 5 in the Red Sox order. Needed just 2 pitches to take care of Devers. Inherited that runner at second base. Good to see DL Hall back out there on the mound. Velocity was up for him. He'd been working on a new pitch to the cutter, and it was really good for him last time out down in AAA Nashville. There's a changeup hit in the air to shallow right. Daz Cameron has a beat on it for out number 1. One away for Campbell. Let's go downstairs. Sophia Minert. More on DL Hall's return to the big leagues.
Yeah, he had a great perspective in terms of just jumping into this role. Pat Murphy called it this leverage long relief role for him, and he did a little bit of this last year, working his way back from a couple different injuries. It was a tough luck season for him, up and down 4 different times. 13 games pitched for him, just 7 starts. And so he said, you know, the routine for him has been pretty similar actually to being in the starting rotation as he worked his way back from the lat strain. And he said he's trying to treat it similarly as well, just from a mindset. And he said, you know, they've had it as scheduled appearances, and because he's been in some longer appearances in Nashville, working his way up to 3 innings as a hit drops in there, you know, it's been more scheduled appearances for him. So it hasn't been a true reliever where he's live every day. And so that's helped him just kind of go through the routine, get his body ready. He said he feels great, and he feels like his stuff is as good as it's ever been in his time here with the Brewers.
Thanks so much, Sophia. Brewers need him. They need fresh arms. The way that the starters have been used and the early hooks that the Brewers have been using with some of these early starters, that bullpen has been taxed and then some in the month of May.
Man, I think a lot of these young starters the Brewers are using, Pat Murphy, Chris Hook, they're trying to avoid 3rd time through batting orders right now. So it's one of the reasons why Patrick's start was a little bit shorter today, 4 2/3, plus the fact they got one of the better hitters in the American League at the plate. So you go lefty-lefty. But when you do that, I mean, you're going to be wearing out your bullpen. That's why there's been so many roster moves regarding the bullpen already this year, the first 2 months of the season.
I see a lot of teams, if they have a starter that they know they don't want to go 3 times through the order, they know it's going to be a short start, they'll have a guy like a DL Hall or sometimes an Aaron Ashby, whoever the person is, as the designated piggyback guy.
They can give you maybe 2-3 innings.
That's what we saw for the Brewers in Pittsburgh on Thursday. And they knew that they were going to get whatever they could out of Savali. It ended up being 4 innings. And then Carlos Rodriguez, credit to that kid for going back out there after a 2-hour rain delay almost, and then nearly finishing the game.
Really did well. Yeah, the mindset, that's what that's all about. Refusing to buckle in.
Not an easy thing to do, just sit around and then have to go out and pitch. Swing and a miss. Abreu's gone on strikes.
Yeah, fastball slider. First fastball to Abreu there. A couple of sliders for strikes. And got him to chase up out of the zone at 94 miles an hour. That's about what you're going to get out of DL Hall. About 94, 95 maybe. Not overpowering.
Marcelo Meyer now. Lefty-lefty matchup. Base hit in 2 tries and a check on the runner at first, Christian Campbell. Just a couple of stolen bases for Campbell on the year. Meyer flips one, and it is caught by Ortiz. It's short. A snow cone takes a hit away from Meyer. Turned into the Joey Ortiz game. He doubled in the bottom of the last inning and scored a run, and now takes a hit away from Meyer. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Batter up to a better way to money today at northwesternmutual.com. And by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. First pitch of the bottom half of the 6th inning is low, and the Red Sox dugout starting to bark at the home plate umpire James Jean. 77 pitches for Crochet, and now it's 2-0. Pitch count not a big deal for him. He's been over 100 almost every single one of his starts. Only Mackenzie Gore and Paul Skeens have more starts over 100 pitches. As long as the Red Sox are in the game, Crochet is going to be in the game.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 220 pounds. I mean, he's got a lot of energy in that big body. Plus, he's only got 80 pitches.
Right. A thoroughbred. You know, 1 more year left on his arbitration deal. Signed an extension to stay in Boston. Swing and a miss. And Hoskins is strikeout victim number 9 for Crochet.
This makes it look so easy. He really does. Nice, easy delivery. Ball just jumps out of his hand. He's got an arsenal of 4 different pitches that he's able to throw for strikes just about any time he wants, and any count.
Daz Cameron making the start in right today. Just his 3rd start of the year. This is what he's done so far today in terms of arsenal. Fastballs, cutters, and sweepers. That's really it. That was the cutter inside, and it's 1-1 on Cameron.
Got to be a little deception in that delivery too, because he does get away with some pitches that are down the middle of the plate.
Some crossfire action to it.
Coming in at an angle, you know, he's so tall, it's almost like he's handing the ball to the catcher.
2-1 hit foul, and it's 2-2. I wonder if people are worried about his cuffed pants at all. Look at those things. You don't see that style very much.
Need some penny loafers on. That'll work. Big high leg kick. Watch the way he brings it around behind his back.
Ooh, look out in that dugout for the Red Sox. He's got some Bronson Arroyo in the leg kick, right? Another former Red Sox in red.
Yeah, Bronson Arroyo used to kick that leg up over his head almost. Didn't throw nearly as hard as this guy.
I haven't seen anybody wear their pants that way, though.
No.
Cameron fouls it away, and he is down. Ouch. Where that one got him.
That's a cutter way in off the plate.
Let's get him in the back leg. Knee, maybe. Ooh, ouch, yeah, front knee.
Right on the inside of the knee. That hurts even more. When you have that leg extended like that, everything tight. Boom, look at that. Oh, right on top of the kneecap.
Brewers outfield depth has already been tested enough. That is a move. You see Christian Yelich in the dugout watching. He's got the day off today, at least to start, but going into a squat position for Cameron cannot be comfortable.
No. You got Bowers and Frelick available. Both of those guys can play the outfield. They're rooting for Cameron to get it going here.
They do not want to inherit a 2-ball 2-strike count against Garrett Crochet.
Yeah,
I can
right,
tell you
yeah,
that much.
Yeah.
Maybe if you threw a righty out there, different story, but Cameron's going to stay in this game.
What are the chances that Crochet throws another cutter, same spot?
High. So Sal grab a helmet and get ready just in case. When is that guy not ready to play?
Right, he's anxious.
2-2. And a pop-up behind second base. It'll be caught by Hamilton. And you can tell that knee is bugging Daz Cameron.
Man, threw the sweeper, hung it a little bit.
They see Sal come into this ball game just to play defense. Late ball game anyway. Keep an eye on Daz Cameron as Caleb Durbin takes outside for ball one. Durbin pops it up and in the seats. Ball and a strike. Night game tomorrow, then another day game on Wednesday with these Red Sox.
Then a day off and head to Philly. Short homestand for the crew. Philly, Cincinnati.
And then after that road trip, the longest homestand of the year. San Diego, Atlanta, St. Louis. 10-game homestand. Coincides with the end of the school year for a lot of kids. Durbin, a high pop-up. Trevor Story makes the catch, and the inning ends. Brewers go 1-2-3 against Crochet. Head of the seventh, DL Hall gets back to work. Toyota game reset has the Brewers blanking the Red Sox for the first 6 innings, 2-0. Jackson Chourio, first career leadoff homer, came on the first pitch that Garrett Crochet threw in the game. Sal Frelick comes in and plays right field for Daz Cameron. As Trevor Story leads it off against DL Hall, out for his 3rd inning. He came in and got the final out of the 5th. Gave up a base hit, and that was all in the 6th, and now works in the 7th. Trying to bridge it to the bullpen as Story hits a line drive in left center for a base hit. Leadoff man is on for the first time for Boston today.
That was a curveball that stayed right down the middle of the plate upstairs. And Story able to hit it hard into center. You see that break just kind of hangs up there, and Story able to barrel it up.
Abraham Toro flips around, and he will hit from the right side of the plate. Strike one with a slider. Red Sox have Rob Refsnyder in the on-deck area, at least for now. The left-hander out there on the mound. 0-1. Popped up left field line. Long run Collins, long run Ortiz. Collins out of room 3 rows back.
Yeah, nothing doing in that Brewers bullpen, so it looks like this is going to be DL Hall's inning. Brewers need some length out of him today. They'll get the 7th, maybe even the 8th, depending on how things are going. But after another short start, somebody's got to pick up the slack.
5 innings from Logan Henderson yesterday. Mears was just a third of an inning. Gave up a couple of runs. Koenig an inning and 2/3. Uribe and then McGill. Those guys have been used a ton this month. 0-2 to Toro. Line foul. Red Sox have had just 2 men in scoring position since the 2nd inning. At first and third, 1 away. Chad Patrick pitched around it. And tossed to first. 3 total to second base in the game. Changeup hit foul. A good pitch. That changeup is his bread and butter.
Haven't seen a fastball yet, has Toro. It's been sliders and changeups.
One hopper. Durbin picks. Throws to second. They get the out there. No return throw. That's a great play by Caleb Durbin. Got rid of it and got the out at second. The Red Sox holding up play to see whether or not Monasterio was on the bag at second base. And they will not challenge.
That's a heck of a pick right there. I mean, that's do or die for a third baseman. One hopper right on it. Yeah, he had his foot on the bag. Plus, Trevor Story overslid the bag. Of course, didn't apply a tag afterwards. Just did barely get him at second base. Yeah, that was a heck of a play. That's a circle around that one, buddy.
Single circle.
Single circle. Ortiz got one last inning.
Earned it on that diving catch to take a hit away from Meyer. So David Hamilton's spot is scheduled, but Rob Refsnyder is going to come off the bench. He is a guy that has crushed left-handers over the course of his career. Refsnyder's going to hit right now. One-time Yankee prospect. Made his debut with the Yankees back in 2015. He has spent the last 4 years in Boston as Grant Anderson starts loosening in the Brewers' pen. This year hitting .310 against lefties with an OPS over 1,000.
There's something going on here.
I'm not sure they ever announced Rob Refsnyder. Mr. Corridor talking to Pat Murphy. And a very late announcement.
Yeah, Nestor's upset about something. Pat Murphy trying to put in a hand up, and let's see what happens here.
And now the announcement has just been made for the pinch hitter. I think that was all a clerical situation. Refsnyder digs in against Hall. And the first pitch misses outside. Seven extra base hits and just 51 at-bats for Refsnyder. And he fouls that one off of Contreras, and I should say Haas. And he's going to need a moment.
Love the chest protector, huh? The camouflage.
Has a good look.
Perfect for today.
I didn't notice it initially. Camouflaged.
Yep. Couldn't see it?
No. Sorry, Rock. It's outside. Two-one pitch. Change up. Miss low. 3-1. Big swing pitch in the count.
That's a good take right there. A lot of guys going to hack at that.
Careful on 3-1 to Refsnyder. Check the swing. He went. And it's 3-2. Refsnyder started taking off all of his hitting paraphernalia.
Yeah, put it back on. The pitch was low, but hopefully the umpire said he swung. And he did.
First base umpire Adam Hammery on the confirmation of the swing. So 3-2. See if they send the runner at first. Abraham Toro.
Not a big lead.
Stays put. 3-2 is low for ball 4. And the tying run is on for Boston. Pinch hit walk for Refsnyder. And now it's Jarren Duran.
They got a couple left-handers due up. Duran and Devers. Not easy to navigate your way through those two, but they are lefties. So you figure Hall's going to be facing those two.
Duran, the last man to face Hall. Devers has seen him. First one to Duran is strike one. Down and away. A double and a walk today for Duran. You see his numbers with runners in scoring position, almost 340. On the ground to second. Tough guy to double up. There's one. There's two. Double play. Hall gets it. 4-6-3. The inning is over. Brewers are coming up in the bottom of the 7th inning. On this Memorial Day, we will keep it right here for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this Memorial Day, Major League Baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Boston Red Sox are proud to participate in the National Moment of Remembrance as we pause to honor the brave men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our country. We ask that you please join us now for a moment of silence as a unified expression of gratitude to the heroes who lost their lives while protecting the freedoms we enjoy today. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us for God Bless America, led by Bob Kozlowski from Brewers Guest Services.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Well, let's check out today's time of the game winner. Chubb's Pub in Kingston. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Chubb's Pub. Sounds like a great place as Haas swings and misses for strike one against Crochet in the bottom of the 7th inning. DL Hall giving Pat Murphy a nice boost out of the bullpen. 2 1/3 scoreless innings on just 2 hits.
And was able to double up a guy that hardly ever hits into double plays. Really fast. I think he was out in front a little bit. Took him a while to get out of the box. That's why they were able to double him up.
Swing and miss by Haas.
When you think about how important that is to get a double play there. I mean, as opposed to having Devers come up with men on base.
Number 1 RBI guy in the American League. Hey, clear him and face him in a situation where he cannot tie it or give the Red Sox a lead. Haas takes high. Anytime that you can get Devers to the plate, as Garrett Whitlock starts loosening, anytime you can get him to the plate with nobody on base, win.
Yeah, have him lead off an inning. That's the best way to face him.
Swing and foul held on to by Narvaez. Defensively, some changes for the Boston Red Sox. Refsnyder stays in the game. He's in left. Duran slides over to center, and Campbell comes from center field into second base after Hamilton was pinch hit for. Crochet just doing his thing. Another quality start for him as Ortiz takes strike 1. 98. Pitch number 98.
10 punch outs now for Crochet.
1 away from his season high of 11. Did that against his former club, the White Sox, in Chicago. Fifth inning, a 20-pitch inning. The Brewers got a run against him. Solo homer in the first and that RBI double by Monasterio in the 5th. It started with a hustle double by Ortiz.
And a ball right down the line that looked like it might have gone foul, but ended up as an RBI double.
Swing and a foul tip. Another strikeout. That's 11, matching a season high. And a quick message from Aurora Healthcare.
This is how it feels to have a complete health partner who cares for all of you so you can live powerfully, live joyfully, and live fully.
Monasterio, that RBI double, a huge insurance run. And he chops this one foul off his front foot. Abner Uribe getting loose in the Brewers pen. Might see DL Hall face the leadoff man next half inning. That's Devers.
Devers, he might. He looks like he's going out there again. It was Devers and a couple of right-handers.
Two and one now on Andrew Monasterio, the number 9 hitter. Good ball game, great crowd.
40,000 today.
That just missed with a cutter. 3-1.
You know, he gets spoiled with the fan support here in Milwaukee. We go on the road, you see some of the crowds, but when you come here, it's always packed.
Monasterio pops it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All it takes is nothing to. The last 3 days of that Pittsburgh series were really good in terms of attendance numbers. Friday was excellent. Fireworks. Paul Skeens on the mound, but you go to those ballparks and it's hard to build some energy.
Yeah, right.
I can only imagine what it's like for the players on the field. 3-2. Check swing, appeal denied. It's ball 4. Jackson Chourio is coming up as Alex Cora is coming out. And Chourio, who is homered and struck out twice, Cora is going to make the move to the bullpen. Garrett Whitlock, the right-hander, coming in to face Jackson Chourio. Crochet is done after 6 2/3 and matching a season high with 11 Ks. 2-0 our scores. We play in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jackson Chourio led off the bottom of the 1st with a home run. Take a look at it. StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
A bomb, first pitch of the game. 413 feet. Good way to start the day on this Memorial Day.
Capacity crowd had something to cheer about early as Garrett Whitlock takes over. 19th appearance for him. Outstanding off-speed stuff. True weapon out of the bullpen for Alex Cora.
Yeah, sinker, slider, changeup for him. Picked up a win. You know, against the Baltimore Orioles. That was on Friday. 2 scoreless innings.
Bryce Terang is over at first base running. That's a huge insurance run at first base. As Chourio waits, Whitlock throws to the plate. A pop-up on the first pitch he throws. Second baseman Campbell makes the catch, and the inning ends. One pitch from Whitlock is all as we go to the 8th inning in Milwaukee. 2-0 Brewers as we go to the top of the 8th inning on this Memorial Day. Bryce Terang, who pinch ran last half inning, is staying in the game to play at second base. For Andrew Monasterio, and DL Hall back to work as he faces Rafael Devers, who's 0 for 2 with a walk today. Bullpen is ready. A couple of right-handers do next as Devers takes high for ball 1. Maybe just one batter for Hall.
They got to keep that concentration. He's really done a good job to this point. Get the leadoff hitter.
Swing and a miss. Big cut on the fastball.
Uribe has been outstanding. As he gets ready, the slider's been his pitch.
Hanger inside. Almost clipped that inside corner. It's 2-1. Devers 0, I should say 1 for 3 lifetime against Hall.
Not missing by much there. And both of those last 2 pitches could have been strikes.
The tying run is in the on-deck circle. Don't want to be messing around too much. 3-1. Hit down the left field line. Durbin gives chase. It's in the seats.
2 pitches before that were much better pitches to hit than that last one.
As Narvaez, the catcher. Got to believe Uribe is coming in to face Narvaez. (3-2) and tight. He walked him. So DL Hall faces Devers and issues a walk, and here comes Pat Murphy. We'll see Abner Uribe inheriting a runner, and Narvaez coming up. Admirable job by DL Hall today. 2 1/3 innings, responsible for Devers over at first in this 8th inning. Tying run coming up for Boston in this top of the 8th inning. It's up to the Brewers bullpen to keep them where they are, down 2-0. And Abner Uribe coming on for a 27th time. He has been used a ton.
Yeah, almost half the games. 27th appearance for him in game number 55. Pitch yesterday against the Pirates, tossed a scoreless 8th inning. Didn't give up a hit. Intentional walk, but struck out a couple of batters. Ranks amongst league leaders in relief strikeouts. 35 of them. Ranks second.
DL Hall with 2 1/3 innings. His responsibility is the runner over at first base. Uribe had a huge back pick at second base in the game last night. extinguishing Tommy Pham, who was representing the tying run after he'd had an infield single and Uribe balked him to second. That is not called for strike one. It's 1-0.
It's getting tight, isn't it? D.L. Hall didn't miss by much on a couple of pitches to Devers.
Fly ball foul off on the right side. The good news is Devers isn't going anywhere over at first base.
Now you can run on Uribe. It does take a while to get rid of it. But you're right, Devers is not a base stealer.
33 career stolen bases. The situation, very short lead at first. Very defensive swing right there. If he doesn't swing, it hits him.
Jeez. 99. Literally at the hands.
That may have hit the tape that is on the handle of the bat. 1-2 on Narvaez. You see nothing but fastballs. And that is called a ball. Abner Uribe has not missed the strike zone with any of these pitches.
You got to wonder if Haas catches it, if it's going to be called, because it was a strike. It shouldn't matter, but it does.
2-2. Flare to right, a base hit. Devers going to make the turn. He's going to go from first to third as Frelick gets it into second base, and the non-call is huge. Tying run is on base for Boston.
They just fought off that fastball. Did not throw a single slider in this at bat to Narvaez. You wonder why. That's been one of his best pitches this year. Eats him up with a fastball, but fights it off into right field. That fastball at 99 miles an hour.
Pinch runner over at first base. Connor Wong, who is the other catcher for Boston, is running for Narvaez. So Wong runs at first base. That's the tying run. He's got good speed over there first. Campbell, the hitter. Strike one. He has yet to throw a slider in this appearance yet.
Man, that's been a difference maker for him this year. You wonder why. Well, you thought he was going to throw one to Narvaez with 2 strikes. Did not.
A couple of groundouts to second and a single for Campbell. Swing and a miss. Still has yet to throw a slider. Two missed in. Red Sox 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position so far today. They've had the leadoff man on in each of the last 2 innings. Slider. Wow. 2-2.
Yeah, this guy's squeezing right now, big time. Pretty good take by Campbell. I just think he was fooled. I mean, how do you take that? How do you not call it a strike?
2-2. On the ground, hit to third. Durbin, the second one to first. Late. Run comes across. Devers scores. It's a 2-1 game.
Just a slow developing play, not able to turn the double play. Durbin a little bit of lob over to second base.
After Uribe fired up about something. Maybe the ball strike calls, but Durbin got it to Terang. Puts a little extra zip on that throw. They might have a chance to turn 2.
Well, either that or maybe come home.
Well, now Eric Haas is doing a really good thing right here, because Abner Uribe is fired up at the home plate umpire for the lack of strikes that he's been getting in the series.
You got to calm him down. I mean, you just need to relax a little bit out there. What's done is done. Home plate umpire has been squeezing the Brewers this inning.
Abner runs hot, that's for sure. So trying to calm himself down. Having Uribe staring in at the home plate umpire. He's asking for help.
What's a strike, he's wondering, right?
And now deal with Wilyer Abreu. He is singled, lined out, and struck out. Tying run is over at first base, and Campbell. That's low, ball one.
Well, maybe due to the fact that it wasn't hit all that hard, that Durbin had a shot to go home with it. Cut down the run at least. No way you're going to turn 2 on that.
Tossed to first, and he threw a 95-mile-an-hour sinker at Hoskins.
Reese thinking, don't blame me. I thought they were strikes.
At least he didn't have to frame it for a strike. On the ground to second. Ortiz steps on the bag, throws to first. There's 2. Abner Uribe gets the job done. Lets his defense go to work for him. We will go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Brewers have a 2-1 lead against the Red Sox.
Back in the bottom of the 8th here at American Family Field. Stephen Watson, Tim Dillard here in right field at the Gruber offices. One call, that's all sports desk. And Tim, last 3 games decided by 1 run. Let's make it 4 in a row. Why don't we?
Why don't we score like 10 runs? That would be
That'd
awesome.
be more
they got
fun.
2 off one of the best pitchers in baseball. Got to be happy about that. Hopefully the Brewers can hold on to this lead.
Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter, the Medical College of Wisconsin. Hoping to see that smile on the face of Pat Murphy after this one. Churio with the ambush home run to start the game. We'll see if they can close it out here, guys.
Thanks so much, Stephen. 1-1 to Collins. A line drive caught by Campbell over at second base. 1 up and 1 down. Connor Wong stays in the ball game to catch. He had pinch run and was erased on the fielder's choice, hit by Campbell. As Trevor McGill heats up in the Brewers' pen. Trying to add just 1-run lead at 2-1. Contreras at the plate. And he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. Look to unload on that breaking ball. For 2 of the walk today for Contreras. Ball and 2 strikes from Whitlock. There's 4 games last year, all starts, surgery. Trying to limit his innings out of the bullpen. A guy who's gone back and forth between the starting rotation of the bullpen. He's found the most success out of the pen.
He's been pretty good. Earned run average under 4. Been much better at Fenway Park than he has been on the road this year. Earned run average on the road near 5. Under 3 at home.
It's down on the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's Hoskins on deck. In front of 40,000 trying to take game 1 against the Red Sox. That misses high for ball 4. 1 out base runner. Single and a couple of strikeouts for Hoskins. Happy not to see Garrett Crochet out there on the mound.
I think all of them are happy not having to deal with him. He was tremendous, although the Brewers did scratch out a couple of runs.
Every time they got the leadoff man on base, he scored. Of course, one of them just trotted around the bases. That was Churio. And Ortiz doubled in the 5th and scored on the Monasterio double. That's the difference in the game. 2-0 on Hoskins. That's high. 3-0 on Hoskins. Take it all the way. 3-1.
I thought he'd be swinging right down the middle. Some guys just don't like swinging 3-0.
Runner goes, and it's fouled away. Contreras was on the move there. Whitlock not paying much attention to him.
Yeah, Contreras was taken off, just praying that Hoskins would make contact.
Three-two. Strike three called with the slider. Whitlock comes all the way back after being down 3-0 to strike out Hoskins.
Diamond caught plenty of the plate. Top of the zone.
Sal Frelick, first at bat for him, replaced as Cameron in right. Following Cameron's at bat in the 6th, where he fouled the ball off his knee. Frelick may have come into the ball game anyway at that point defensively. Sal had a good series in Pittsburgh. Swing and a miss. Charged up on that one. Frelick 2 hits and an RBI in yesterday's game. 5 hits total in the series. And that one served towards the middle, a base hit. Contreras makes the turn. He's headed for third. The throw goes to second. They're on the corners for the Brewers with 2 outs.
That's just a great piece of hitting by Sal Frelick on a changeup. Changeup down, just shortens up and punching it into center field. You can see the rotation on that changeup. Not a bad pitch, but look at the way Sal, he lowers his body, levels out that swing, and a bullet into center. First and third now with 2 outs.
Almost like a cricket swing.
Yeah.
You're playing Pepper, right?
Just slowing that bat down enough to barrel it up and get the base hit.
Garrett Whitlock gets a visit from Andrew Bailey as Aroldis Chapman got a baseball and lurking in that Red Sox bullpen. Caleb Durbin, can he come up with another big hit in the 8th inning? A couple of men on base. And strike 1 on Durbin. Durbin 0 for 3. Runner goes. No throw, and Frelick steals second base.
Big lead, good jump, no throw.
And that's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Zach Kelly now starting to play catch.
And Chapman sat down after Frelick his at bat.
2-1. Durbin, a check swing, appealed, denied. 3 balls and a strike. Laid off the changeup. Good hitters count for Durbin. And he walked him, and it's going to be up to Haas. Hits with the bases loaded. 2 outs. And a chance to extend this lead in a big way. Grant Anderson has now started to loosen again for the Brewers. Should the Brewers break it wide open, it stays a safe situation. It'll be McGill. Pitch to Haas. Strike one. 0 for 2 lifetime against Whitlock. Laid off that breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. They appealed just in case. Looking for that big hit. Haas, slow roller, third base side. That is a hit. There's your insurance on a swinging bunt from Haas.
Wow. Well, just put the ball in play, take your chances, and Eric Haas, a slow roller down the line. There you go. And get that run back. Eric Haas with an RBI.
Turned over the changeup. He pounded it right into the ground and couldn't have rolled it out to third base any better.
Yeah, no chance for Meyer over there at third. He was playing way back behind the bag. And an insurance run for Trevor McGill.
Now this one into shallow right, sinking fast. Abreu with a sliding catch and takes a base hit away from Ortiz, and more runs from Milwaukee. Haas with a huge infield single with the bases loaded. It's a 2-run lead, and Trevor McGill coming in to try and save it. Baseball at American Family Field, and the Brewers with a 2-run lead. They answered the run that the Red Sox got in the top of the 8th inning and hand the ball to Trevor McGill. Picked up the save in yesterday's game and looking for number 10.
It hasn't allowed an earned run in his last 11 appearances. That covers 10 innings, 6 hits, and 11 strikeouts for Trevor. Looking for save number 10 on the season. Good numbers for Trevor McGill. More strikeouts than innings pitched. Earned run average just a bit over 2.
Struck out a pair in a scoreless inning. Did allow an infield single in yesterday's game against the Pirates. Marcelo Meyer, first man to face him. 1 for 3 today in just his 3rd big league game. And he sprays it foul for strike 1. 98 from McGill. Another set of back-to-backs for Trevor McGill.
Bottom 4 in the batting order due up for Boston. .101 from McGill.
Seen some pretty hot radar gun readings recently. How about Tarek Skubal yesterday? Last pitch he threw was 103. That was on pitch number 96 in the game.
Remember the first time you saw a pitch registered at 100? It was Billy Wagner in Houston. We saw it.
That is foul behind the plate.
Not that it's commonplace these days, but it's not that unusual.
Two and 2 on Marcelo Meyer. And he laid off the knuckle curve. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's not a ton of margin for error. Again, that tying run is in the on-deck circle.
And again, you want to avoid the top of the order, Duran and Devers.
That portion is looming. It's Story next. 3-2 pitch. On the ground foul, first base side. Meyer, one of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization, one of the top prospects in all of baseball. Number 2 in the Sox system, number 8 overall. Up because of the injury to Alex Bregman. 3-2. Ground ball to first. Hoskins handles, flips to McGill, one away.
Always big out, that leadoff hitter. Able to throw the strike. 101 at the bottom of the strike zone. That's a different look to this lineup without Bregman.
And Trevor Story, a base hit his last time up. Red Sox have had a man on in all but 2 innings of this game. Stranded 7. That one hit foul. The big deal, though, only 1 extra base hit. It was the Duran double in the 5th inning. Trevor Story. 1-for-1 lifetime against McGill.
Hasn't been able to land the curveball for a strike yet.
Look at the blood on the back of McGill's pants. And that is high. Wonder if he's got a blister going on or a hangnail or something. Saw Quinn Priester leave his start after 6 innings with a blister issue. Here's the 2-1. Popped up, foul. 2-2.
There's the curveball for strike. An important pitch for him. Quinn Priester's been outstanding.
Last 2 appearances, no doubt.
Yeah, they all have. All these young kids that have come up.
All set. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Story. It's gone high with a fastball, and Story's laid off all of them. Abraham Toro on deck, number 8 hitter. (3-2). Just missed low, and he walks him to allow Abraham Toro to come to the plate, representing the tying run. Got ahead of Story, couldn't finish him off.
First baseman number 29, Abraham Toro.
And Haas is going to go out and check on Trevor McGill.
I tell you, some of these pitches that are missing are not missing by much. I mean, the Red Sox have been really patient at the plate. That last pitch just missed the knees. Not by much.
So Haas and McGill get together, broken up by James Jean.
I guess if you're watching in the dugout and you realize that the strike zone is very tight, if it's close, take it.
For 3 today for Toro. And a ground ball to first. Hoskins has it, and he'll go to the bag and make sure of 1.
Good idea. Good idea. You don't want to be throwing the ball from your knees. If it's a 1-run lead, maybe you go to first or second base. 2-run lead, get a sure out, and that's what he did.
Ron Refsnyder, the last hope for the Red Sox. Hot smash from Toro.
Yeah, he thought about it, thought better of it. Good idea.
$40,000 plus on their feet in Milwaukee. First one to Refsnyder. Strike 1 with a breaking ball. Came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th and drew a walk. whatever is bothering Trevor McGill in terms of the blood on his pants, it has not affected his stuff. Ooh, 2-1. And McGill spikes that one into the dugout.
Yeah, he wanted that strike. Top of the zone, didn't get it.
Refsnyder facing McGill for the first time ever. It's ahead 2-1. Fly ball foul, and now 2-2. McGill is leaving it all out there right now.
Yeah, 100 top of the zone. It was a strike. Then go curveball, go another high fastball. Top of the order on deck.
Two-two pitch. Fouled away again. So you've gone high heat on back-to-back pitches. That last one at 101.
Got the curveball maybe.
Two again. Fouled away. Another fastball at 100. This time he went to the bottom of the zone. That's a 20-pitch inning for Trevor McGill. Looking to notch his 10th save of the season. To strike away. In the dirt, he spiked the breaking ball.
Doesn't seem like he's all that comfortable out there, does he? I mean, after every pitch, he's walking around. And a long at bat here. This is the guy you want. You don't want to be dealing with the top of the order.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Duran on deck. Here comes McGill. And he walked him, and he will get a date with Duran. Second walk of the inning. The Brewers just got Grant Anderson loosening again. Get a pinch runner over at first base for Refsnyder. Rafaela, one of the fastest runners in baseball, is going to run for Refsnyder.
That was a pretty good at bat by Refsnyder. Laid off some close pitches, able to lay off the curveball. Outfield's going to be deep to cut off the gaps.
Duran at the plate. A double in 4 tries. And he takes low ball 1.
He just can't land the curveball, can he? He's thrown 1 for a strike.
And the first one to Refsnyder since then. He left 1 up. He's spiked the last 3. Swing and a miss. That was 100. 1 ball, 1 strike. High again. That one at 97. He's had 1 swing and miss, and you just saw it. Most pitches in an appearance this season right now. This will be number 26 to Duran. Swing and a miss again. 2-2. Duran uses his timeout to reset. Fouled away, and he was on it.
Yeah, down. That was down. Those are the ones that guy can get the bat to. Those ones up around the belt, much more difficult. You just know that McGill would love to be able to land a curveball here, but he's been inconsistent with it.
2-2 on Durant. Foul back again. Right down the middle at 101. First pitch of the sequence was a curveball. He's thrown nothing but fastballs since, 5 in a row. And Durant's had 2 good swings against them the last 2 pitches. 2-2. Lined into shallow right. Frelick has to field it on a bounce. 1 run scores. Rafaela to third. It's a 1-run game and the tying run 90 feet away.
And one of the best hitters in the game coming up. But what an at-bat by Durant. Wow. He did drop the curveball. Able to wait back and dump it into right. The fact that the outfield was so deep to protect the gaps is why this ball was able to drop. But that's what you have to do. You can't allow the guy at first to score on a gapper. Got to cut off those gaps, and because of that, Red Sox are down by a run.
Now it is a risky move, but do you walk Devers in this situation? Yep, there it is. Put him on to load the bases and have Connor Wong come up. That's the guy you'd rather face than Devers. But you load the bases, and now it is serious gut check time for Pat Murphy when you've got Brant Anderson in the bullpen or Trevor McGill at 29 pitches to face Wong.
You got to let him finish. It's his inning.
Hitting 149 in the season. Connor Wong, bases loaded. And first pitch, ball. No margin for error for Trevor McGill. Great speed at second, and Durant too, the potential go-ahead run. Ooh, 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1 on Connor Wong.
Well, he knew he was going to take it for sure.
.32 pitches and climbing for Trevor McGill. Swing and a miss. 2-2. He's been here to the last 2 hitters he's faced prior to the intentional walk to Devers, trying to finish off the Red Sox. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and 2 strikes on Wong. And a fly ball into right. Sal Frelick, the Boston boy, is there. He makes the catch, and the Brewers hang on. 3-2 your final on this Memorial Day.
Well, they earned it today, didn't they? How about the pitching by the Brewers? Offense just enough today. You got to really tip your hat to Uribe, McGill. These guys have been worked hard this month, but they're able to get it done. Good day on this Memorial Day.
The Brewers scored early and hang on by a final of 3-2 as Trevor McGill picks up save number 10. Brewers take the opener, try and make it 3 straight wins tomorrow against the Boston Red Sox. For Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minert, and our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day, everybody.
The Cardiac Crew get it done again. Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Action Jackson setting the tone from the first swing, and Trevor McGill putting an exclamation point on a 3-2 win over the Boston Red Sox. We recap it all here from Joey Ortiz coming up on Brewers Live.